Hey, Kajaria. How are you? Hey, Dolly. Thank you for the floating hearts. Thank you so much. So, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and get out of the way how I'm feeling today. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm feeling pretty good today. Hey, Liz. um, I am not really tired. I have slept really well, almost to the point of where I feel like I slept too much earlier or whatever. But what I am dealing with is a cold from being hard headed and, not following instructions. But, you live and you learn. So I am learning. So I got a runny nose half of the time and a stuffy nose the other time. Hey, Melissa. A stuffy nose the other part of the time, and you know, the knees aching and stuff. But it ain't like I'm aching like I got no flu or no nothing like that. Hey, Enoch. My knees was already like aching. I told y'all it's like I feel like I'm gonna catch a cramp at any given time. Every step that I take or whatever. So I haven't been walking that much, no nothing like that. So I ain't really tired. I'm tired, but I ain't tired. If that makes sense. But anyways, I did today is like I felt like depression was trying to catch up to me the other day, but I had to be like a video gamer and I had to get up and run from that thing. Hey Holly. I had to get up and oh Olaha say happy birthday. Happy birthday. Blessings to you from the UK, sister. Thank you. I'm fighting something myself. It's not a cold. I think it's a new strand of, oh, Lord. Don't scare me, Liz. Because, listen, I literally sat and I watched my daughter come over here with her hair was still wet from when she got out the shower. And I'm like, this girl finna lay here and she finna lay in front of this fan. And I know she gonna turn the fan around to herself. And in the morning, her nose gonna be stopped up. Hey, Genevieve. Hey, Kirk. Hey, Mitchell. Ultimate Warrior. Are you JC in the big bold woman suit? Don't get blocked, Ultimate Warrior. Don't be stupid. Okay, but anyways, yeah, I done went through. My daughter came over here with her hair, um, dripping wet, get in front of the fan, and she wake up the next day and she got a cold. And so I'm like making excuses in my mind, why not to send her away because I really don't want her to go away. I'm enjoying the company and not being by myself, how I have been previously or whatever. So, I didn't send her away, and she done been hacking and coughing with this cold for a week and a half. And on the inside of me, my discernment kept saying, let her go, let her go. Hey, Resnor. Send, you know, let her go, let her go, let her go. And me just ignoring my discernment. And here I am today with this here cold. But anyways, on another note, and I just like I don't want my daughter to feel any type of way because I definitely could have spoke up and I could have said something or whatever, but you know, what kid just jumps up and say, "I'm gonna stay away from my mama because I got a cold or whatever." No kid really does that or whatever it is. It was my decision or whatever, and I try to make those things be known because I don't want my kids taking on nothing that you know um but anyways, This is one of the this is what I wanted to come on and talk about. All day today I've been seeing about this nurse that did not take into consideration this lady that was um thank you very much. Um that didn't take into consideration this lady that was in labor. And me watching it, I done seen it being reported on all last week. And I just never took the time as just like to watch it or whatever, just like I wasn't ready to see it yet. So I finally watched it. And thank you for the floating heart and the party hat. Very much. So I finally watched the video of this girl sitting in the waiting room, and I'm just telling you like play by play when I first seen it. And they not from here. I'm in Florida, so there's a way that Florida does it where you like pre-admit yourself or whatever, and so you don't have to stop to the front in triage and none of that stuff for them to ask you any of those questions or anything like that. So the first thing that I seen, I was wondering to myself, well, did she not pre-admit herself or something? I'm just asking questions. Thank you very much, Carter. Um, Asking myself questions, trying not to be biased, like right from the beginning. So, um, and you all know I have 14 children, so um I've obviously had, well, even though I say I got 14 children, it's not obvious that I've had experience with childbirth. Um, Thank you, Dolly. That I've had a lot of experience with childbirth, but I have had um eight deliveries. And I've been pregnant a lot more times than that. But the first thing I did wonder was, did she pre-admit, or is that a thing where she's from, was a question. I'm still not sure about that. But then just like, also I start to think like right after that, girl, you had experiences like this before. So with me, with baby number 6 and baby number 7, thank you very much. Um at that point, you definitely know when it's time, or you feel like you got to push, or you're in active labor. Now, with baby number 6 and 7, um, I'm going to skip past number 6 and go to number 7, but both of them, neither nurse listened. Number 7, I'm going to talk about number 7 because with number 7, she was the manager overall over the nurses, and she was dealing with me, and she knew how many births that I had before. Thank you, Nikki from Texas. How are you? She knew that I had thanks again, Carter. Thank you all so much. Thank you all tenfold to you all for blessing me. Thank you so much. Tenfold, tenfold. Um, but I'm telling her that I have to push. And I am one that usually goes along with not being medicated during labor and delivery. And to each his own, you either can handle the pain or you can't. Me myself, I'm more like the person that I'm going to do it. I don't want anything like to delay me. Some of those medicines like make the baby sleepy and stuff like that, and I don't got time for that. It's just like I want to do this and get it over with, and keep moving on. It's clear. Um, so Um, I'm in, and this is, I always make sure because, just from learning from previous ones to write into the note is what it is that you really want to do. Hey, Shakira, what it is that you really want to do to take advantage of your childbirth experience and everything. And so I start to make sure that I put it in my notes with my doctors and everything of how I want my childbirth to go. So I let it be known very well that I don't want to do the medications or whatever. But sometimes when you get towards like the timing, you getting close to time to push and everything, which is active labor, things can get very, very intense. Well, as things got intense with this nurse, which is a manager, um, I could tell even in childbirth that she was getting annoyed with me because I kept saying to her, I feel like I gotta push. I feel like I gotta push. And she kept saying, well, she checked me and I'm 6 centimeters. It's not time. It's not time. It's not time. Well, if you know anything about childbirth, once you get to that place of where you're 6 centimeters, 7 centimeters, that's like saying you 10 centimeters. Because you can go from 6 or 7 centimeters within seconds. It doesn't take a long time for it to happen. And keep in mind that this happened with baby number 6 and number 7. I'm telling the nurse that I gotta push, and this lady is standing in front of me, and just like that lady sitting on that computer, being like nonchalant and not even listening to anything that this lady is saying to her. This lady standing in front of me and she got her cup of coffee and she just stirring in her coffee as if I'm not saying anything to it. Well, honey, I just checked you just a few minutes ago and it's not time. It's not time. And I don't think she had the coffee in the cup yet. I think she had some creamer in the cup. And I'm gonna tell you why I say she just had the creamer in the cup that she was stirring in when she was standing in front of me. And it was just like she wasn't taking anything that I had said. And mind you, at this time, I have given birth. This is the seventh time that I'm about to give birth, and she's not listening to anything that I have to say. So she stirred her creamer, and I'm telling her that I gotta push. She walks out of the room and she goes in the room that's next to my room, which is a place where she can get coffee. She went in there and began to pour her coffee into her cup. And my husband starts to yell out, the baby's out. The baby is out. Um, she then pours the whole cup of coffee on herself. And I had that experience with baby number 6 and baby number 7 that the nurses some kind of way just does not listen to you. They don't care what it is that you're saying. Um so with baby number 6 and baby number 7, I had discrepancies with the hospital of who gets paid for this delivery when nobody delivered my baby. I deliver both of them. Whose name goes on this birth certificate that delivered the baby when there was nobody in here when the baby was delivered? I delivered the baby by myself. Thank you. But me looking at that is like, and then when they come in there, they're like, well, you were just, it doesn't matter what I just was. You have to listen. I'm the patient. You have to listen to what it is that I have to say. And so it is like, and another one of the things is that me um telling her so many times that I need to push, she was the aggravation that she was having with me. She was like, "You need something for pain," and I had it in my notes that I don't want to take pain medicines. I wanted to do it naturally, and this one asked me so many times about it. It's almost like they're your pusher, if you understand what I'm saying. um, and it's like their job to make sure that you take these extra pain meds or something like that. And it's like, you should just get something for pain. And I remember getting so frustrated at one of them, and I'm just like, just go ahead and give it to me. Um, and she ended up giving me the medicine. And when she gave me the medicine that I had never previously had before, it made me go into this thing where there was a whole bunch of nimbers that was falling in front of my face. So I was having a reaction from the medicine. And the medicine was, the nimbers were just falling in front of my face, falling in front of my face. And it was like if I didn't push the nimbers, it was like I was stuck in a video game. It was like if I ain't pushed the nimbers out of my way or whatever, it's like something, like I was going to be unalived or something, like if I didn't push the nimbers out of my face or whatever. But anyways, I was having a bad reaction to the medicine that they gave me. And on top of having the reaction from the medicine, the the baby came out at the same time. And with both experiences, I'm gonna stay with number seven. We still gonna stay with number seven. After the baby came out, they were asking me questions, are you okay? And stuff like that. And I just remember being so traumatized from it, is that um I didn't speak for about 2 hours after giving birth. Um and it was just like that. So, do they really be paying attention to us? Do they really care about us? Or whatever. And I can say I've had some really good experiences in some areas, but I don't know. I guess I was in a trying time because number 6, 7, and 8 was was a trip. Number 8, they called the police on me at the hospital. but but you know, me looking at that and seeing that, and then on top of it, um I don't know which way you pay through your insurance, out of pocket, half and half, whatever it may be. It's like you giving these people, um, they're gonna get paid for doing this particular job from money that you have figured out how they gonna get it, whether it's through the insurance, whatever, whichever way that it's going to get to them, they gonna get paid for this service, but um you know, didn't give you the service that you wanted, if that makes sense. Nobody listened to them. Another good thing is if you're going to go um and deliver, do your do whatever hospital you going to, make sure you do your research of the hospital that you're going to, because this is a thing that is going to happen and come up, with what I'm going through right now, which is cancer. This is a different thing. You walk into this almost like a zombie until you're able to, do something different or whatever. But with this right here, this is something is going to happen. The baby is coming. Um, the baby is coming. You got time in most situations to make a plan. Make sure you have somebody that you have there, that you've told what it is that you actually want to do and how you want your labor to go, and that they'll be willing to stand up and speak up for you. Um, be an advocate for you. Um, in those situations. Let me see what else. And if possible, make it be more than one person. Sometimes you have a person, they willing to do part of what it is that you know that they doing, but they ain't willing to do the other part. So and I feel like too, one of the videos that I watched too was somebody who have they childbirths at home and everything. Me looking at that, I was like, with number 6 and 7, I might as well had at home birth because it was just me and my husband in the room when the baby was delivered. The baby came out. The baby was out on the bed before somebody came in there and got the baby. So, this is just a situation where you have time to do your research and know, what you're getting yourself into. So, right, Shakira, your push man. It is just like that's just like what they work towards. Um, just pushing things upon you when you get there. But yeah, I just wanted to say that if you feel like you possibly been in a place where you don't get taken care of, don't take yourself back to that place. I also heard in the video where her mom was like, I told you not to come to this place. You know, and then you really somebody can tell me not to go to a certain place too, but when you are a grown adult, you gonna do what it is that you gonna do. Just like the decision that I done made, and then right. And I'm here in the place that I'm in right now, but you need to be your biggest advocate, and if not, call the hospital to get a patient advocacy program in place for yourself. Absolutely. When you don't feel like you can get it right, there is advocates in the hospital in place that you can call, and you can get them to come and advocate for you. I've had that experience also before. Um but yeah, I made a video just the other day saying that we have to be our biggest our biggest advocates. Nobody else can advocate for you, but when you in situations like that, hey TT, when you're in situations like that and you in that kind of pain or whatever, it was just unbelievable. Me looking at the video was unbelievable to watch how that nurse she was like, I don't like doctors and nurses and stuff that are like robots. That's an automatic turn off for me when they act like they can't have any sympathy nor empathize. Just like I was telling when I was in cancer, when I was in chemo a couple ago, and I was crying, and my nurse started crying with me. Like, doesn't bother me, and a lot of people think, well, the nurse shouldn't have cried with you. I find that to be very stupid. It's like, so you want somebody to take care of you that don't have no emotions, that don't feel anything. Basically, you want a nurse. You want a robot to work. I don't like doctors that don't have no connection with you. It's like they not even human no more. They not allowed to feel and stuff like that. Now, do I want one was leaning over the top of you and they crying so much and doing the most that they can't even help you? They can't even help you in the situation that you in. Absolutely not. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about it ain't like they reading from a script. the script line or something like that right there. So, you know, that's what I came. They don't understand patient care anymore. Yeah, they don't care no more. It's like they're getting a job. That lady was there like she wasn't dealing with nobody that was in no kind of pain. Even when the girl got up out of the wheelchair and she turned around like to get on her knees or whatever, it was like she didn't move from what she was doing. To be honest with to be honest with you, I think for you to be able to have the non-response that this nurse had made me think that she might have been on something, because how could you just be that, like, you don't even turn your head around and even look at this girl to see, what it is that she going through. And I don't listen. I don't live. I don't. I'm the kind of mama that I would have rather rolled my daughter out of the house, back to the car, and me deliver the baby my own self than to deal with her. I'd have been in the hallway calling for somebody else. Um, one place. I told you when baby number 8 came, they called the police on me. And they called Child Protective Services on me. It really didn't matter, Go ahead and come on to my house and do what you're gonna do, but you ain't gonna stop me from doing it. It's like, um, when it come down to like the hospital and stuff like that. When I'm at the hospital, let me tell one thing that I would say. This is the craziest thing. When it come down to my kids and somebody I'm at the hospital for, I'm I'm an advocate all day long, but it's like for myself, and I don't know. I think that comes along with like the way things happen to me growing up or whatever, but it's like, um I don't let I don't let nothing slide. When I tell you they was trying to pull some junk on me with baby number 8, and the lady was trying to talk to me, and I ended up telling her to get the f out of my room. Get out of my room or whatever. And then um I ended up being in the bathroom, just screaming, because I've been at the wits end. There's a time that you in the hospital. There's a time when you're at the hospital and you only have so much that you can deal with when you in the hospital, and you can only be there for a certain amount of days before it start to mess with your psyche, right? So what happened to me was the um well, not this particular time, not number 8. Number 8, I actually had a C-section with her. So I'm already gonna be in the hospital for 5 days. I'm in the hospital for 5 days. And then because I had a baby that passed away before. There's certain tests that they do and stuff. And so what happened was, and these are the words of the nurses and the doctors, my own self. Hey, coffee cakes. Um, one nurse was supposed to do the test. That nurse asked another nurse, will she do the test? That nurse was getting ready to get off work, but she accepted the job, but she also passed that test off to another nurse. Long story short, it got passed down to 4 different nurses. But by the time it got to nurse number 4, it was time for us to go home from the hospital. And nurse number 4 hadn't performed the job. So she was like, the baby gonna have to stay. No, she said that we gonna have to stay in the hospital. But at this point, we already done stayed, instead of 5 days, we done been in the hospital for 6 days. So now I'm like, oh no, we not we not staying. Thank you very much for the floating heart. I'm like, oh no, we not staying. No, I said I'm not staying in this hospital one more day. I'm not doing it. And the lady trying to be sarcastic or whatever. She was like, "Well, no, you don't have to stay in the hospital another day. The baby has to." I said, I don't care what you talking about, but I'm not staying in here another day and my baby ain't staying in here another day. Now they done called the doctor for the doctor to talk to me. And he told me that, he went through the file and he see what happened, that the job just kept getting passed down. And I said to him, I said, well then, well, you understand why I'm not gonna stay in here not one other day. And me, while I'm sitting in the hospital, I think of almost everything that need to be done and whatever. So I done already went, called my baby doctor and everything, and I had an appointment set up for my baby to go and meet the doctor and everything. So, my baby literally has a doctor's appointment the next day, but we supposed to have 1 day home in from the hospital and then the doctor's appointment the next day. But now I'm in here for 6 days, and you coming and tell me that because your nurses, and this is not some big huge tests that need to be done. It's like a test where they put them in the car seat and then they test them, how they act in the car seat and stuff like that. So it's not nothing serious, but it's for me it's like I don't care nothing about this test right now. We going home. And so they told me they gonna call the police on me, and basically I told them, okay, then you gonna call the police on me. I'm gonna beat you to it. So I called the police myself, and the law is that that's my baby. I can leave from out of the hospital. And I told the police that I don't care what your how you feel about the situation. I'm asking you what my rights are. Not how you feel, whether I'm right or whether I'm wrong. I'm asking you about what my rights are. And they got some lady to come down with her cowboy boots and stuff on, and she, she's gonna handle me or whatever. And I told my husband, go down there and get that truck and pull it up under that thing, and come get me. They started telling me they ain't gonna give me no wheelchair. And I'm like, I don't care anything about that. But there was one nurse that they were saying, they send you home with a lot of stuff here in Florida from the hospital. But this one nurse was like, you just had a C-section. There's no way I'm letting you walk down 3 floors. Well, you can take the elevator, but I'm gonna have to walk through the floors to get to where I'm going. She was like, there's no way I'm allowing you to do that. I'm going to get you a wheelchair. I might get in trouble for it, but I'm gonna get you. And she loaded up me a whole bunch of stuff and everything because she saw and knew what it was, and you knowing that if this order has passed through 4 different nurses and they didn't do the order, you should have asked somebody would they stay at work late. I don't care how late they had to stay there to get the test done, but don't inconvenience me for an extra day and keep me in the hospital because your nurses haven't done what you're supposed to do. So anyways, long story short, um they ended up calling CPS on me or whatever. And the only thing CPS did was they came to my house literally and they took a picture of all of my kids and that's it and left. So I'm thinking to myself, this is the stupidest thing ever. It's like, why? What is that going to do? That CPS come to your house and the only thing they do is take a picture of each one of your kids and then they leave. They don't ask no questions. They don't say nothing about anything. They just take pictures of all the kids and go. I'm like, what is this, a photo shoot? Um, no, I haven't heard of that, but wow. Yeah, always sends his angels, just to Um, I just the way that they did things or whatever, you gonna hold me accountable. It's like for the doctor to even be saying to me about something, about anything. You're the doctor and you got four incompetent nurses working up under you, and you calling to check me. Like, come on now, what sense does that make? What sense does that make? You should have had a long conversation or some kind of something going on with your nurses or whatever. And me too. I wasn't too much worried about anything they do, because if I have a baby, my baby staying in the room with me. They don't stay in the nursery. Um, unless something is going wrong with them or whatever. They saw the children were well cared for and safe, and pigs show healthy babies, nothing to ask. Yeah, but I'm saying is, if I left the hospital and they was trying to stop me from leaving the hospital, I guess they was doing scare tactics or whatever. I don't know. But if you trying to stop me from leaving the hospital and you saying that my baby can't leave the hospital, and you gonna call CPS on me, and I'm just like, go ahead and call them. I don't care nothing about it. This is my baby. And you calling them, uh, the last thing that I the last and the only thing that I'm thinking they gonna do is come to my house and just take pictures of all my kids. Like, what was that supposed to do? And at the end of the day, I still took my baby home, like I said I was gonna do. And I told them, when I get ready to walk up out of here, nobody better not touch me. And I meant what I said. Don't touch me. Looking back at on the grand scheme of things, it's like, what can you do with all of those people if they got a whole bunch of people to come together? But it's like, the best thing is, I'm saying, advocate for yourself. I said this the other day, about advocating for myself. When I haven't had a whole lot of things that I had to advocate for myself in lately, except for the one my one situation at the cancer center. Y'all know I got a different doctor, and I like the doctor that I have now. But it's like my other doctor wasn't hearing me, and come to when you think about me speaking up and making such a big deal about something that I don't even know about. I just know that I didn't feel right. Come to find out, the chemo that I was on was not. It was only thing it was doing was making me sick and putting me in the hospital. It wasn't changing anything. And now that I'm on this new chemo, things are a lot different. So had I not advocated for myself, I couldn't be in the place that I'm in right now. So main thing is to advocate for yourself. Advocate. Nothing but the devil, but he lost that day. Yes, yes, he sure did. They saw, yeah. So, I didn't have much to say about that. It's just that I saw that young lady, and I don't even think that. Yeah, I don't think that nurse cared for her. But let me tell you something. I know that nurse. uh, I would not want to be in her shoes right now, because I'm pretty sure she in a situation where she don't even want to leave her house right about now, because I don't think in a million years she could have saw that all of this was going to come about because of her carelessness. And these days, when you move around, you better move around in the way that um this me. That's everyday me. This is how I am. This is who I am. Because somebody always got their eye on you, whether it's a camera or Yeah, I'm gonna just say it's a camera or somebody's real eyes laying on you, somebody watching you, somebody see everything that you do. And better yet, we better not be worried about these cameras and stuff that be watching us, because even when it ain't no cameras and stuff on us, God always watching. And I was like, I don't know how many times this lady done got away with doing what it was that she did, the carelessness that she showed for her to be put into a position where now she is in front of the entire world, and the entire world is seeing her carelessness. Even though, I didn't see like, carelessness like other people be doing. It's just she didn't care. Um her movements and everything showed you that she didn't care. So it is what it is, and now that carelessness is on display in front of the whole entire world. Um and it's unfortunate. um but it's also a lesson to be learned, and hopefully that anybody else working in the medical field, if nothing else, that, hey sister, if nothing else, you look at this and you learn from this experience that if the medical field is not someplace, um I don't think the medical field ain't for people that don't care about people. That's what I feel. If you don't care about people, you should not be working in the medical field. That's just point blank period. I don't work in the medical field. I don't work with the disabled and everything. And me looking back at it now, I'm so thankful I am the person that I am, because there is nobody that's out there that I ever worked with in the medical field, driving them around or anything, um, that can tell you that I mistreated them. And I'm proud of it. But yeah, some people are in the medical field because they want the money. They don't care nothing. They don't care nothing about no people. Um, yeah, I done seen that um one time too many. But anyways, if you don't care about no people, hey, she Pootie Tang. What up, Pootie Tang? I love when you be doing Pootie Tang over there. Hey girl, how you doing? Thank you so much. uh but yeah, if you if you don't care about people, get your butt out the medical field and go and do something else. It's a lot of other fields where you can make money in. Go drive a truck or something like that where you can be all by yourself or whatever like that. Tell them, Shalissa, how they can get over there and get how they can get them CDLs or whatever. Go do some thank you very much. Thank you. Um and how they can get in that field, and you can get up in one of them big old dump trucks or whatever like that, and you can be all alone by yourself where you ain't got to deal with no people. But in the medical field is not the place. In the medical field, you there to take care of sick people. You know what? Somebody who can treat somebody like that that's going through significant pain like that. I wonder, I don't want to, but it make me think about, well, what do you do when you get around somebody that's in a coma or something like that, and they can't do nothing, they can't tell nobody what it is that you doing or know nothing. But if you can act like that with a person that's wide awake going through pain like that, then ain't no telling what you do. Um, yep, go drive a truck or something. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of things that you can do in life, but um being up in the medical field, supposedly want to take care of the sick and stuff, um, it ain't for you. It ain't for you. Listen, as Shalissa, even I've been Shalissa's advocate before. And I think I told y'all the story about that, when the nurse was trying to put, because all of us was advocating for her, and the nurse was trying to put all of us out the room. And yeah, girl, no, y'all making too many mistakes to be trying to put people out of, to be putting people out of the room or whatever. But let me tell you something: be your own advocate, and in the times that you won't be able to be your own advocate, make sure you got somebody around you that will advocate for you. Hell, I done had to advocate on the phone, over the phone, for my sister before. Yes, no, I'm gonna make sure. I say, but I also too need to become a better advocate for myself, and I definitely will. I definitely will. And in the times that you can be nice to your nurses and your doctors and stuff, be nice to them. But they are there to take care of you. But it also feels, I'm pretty sure it feels good to them, is that sometimes they're showed appreciation. Somebody told me once before that I smile too much at my nurses and everything. No, I smile. I smile at them, but trust and believe me, y'all just ain't had no opportunities of where y'all see, because um I think most people that be around me can almost call it like embarrassing, because my smile can go from this smile that I have to, I could be your worst nightmare. And it's not even funny, but I'm nice until I'm not. I really am. I really smile at people like that all the time. But when, like, sometimes you have that smile, and sometimes your smile is, your kindness is taken for weakness. The moment that I sense that my kindness or my smile is taken for a weakness, um, can turn into everybody in the office may be in trouble. So, it's just, it ain't something I love to stay in the place of, like, where I smile, um, and stuff like that. So, and I done told y'all about a couple of those situations. We was that done happened since I've been going through chemo or whatever. But advocate, advocate, advocate for yourself. Let me make sure I ain't missing. That you have. Do you? Um, I have something for you. Can I mail it to you, Mr. Shona? Oh, sure, Dolly. Absolutely. I'll be having my goodie bag, and as soon as, ugh, when I get past this leg thing, boy, look at here. I'm trying not to let y'all see that my nose and stuff is dripping everywhere with my hard headed self. But yes, that's fine. That's fine. But y'all, I just wanted to come through and talk about that. I'll be trying to find little different things that I can talk about, and not always talk about my thing. But I always said to y'all, this is Life with Tashana over here, where life is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're going to get. And right now, this is the season that I'm going through in my life. No matter how much I try to deny the season that I'm going through in my life, cancer is going to be a part of my conversation. I feel like, until probably for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? Because it was a part of my journey, and that's what I do, is I share my journeys on here with what's going on in my life. And no matter how many times I try to deny myself of talking about this, it's a part of my conversation right now, until something else uh interesting comes up in my life. And so this is what we're gonna be talking about and the journey that I'm going on, the different things in this journey that because I ain't never knew. It's like when I see other people like going through cancer, I just thought it was about like being sick on the stomach or something. Maybe you losing weight, you losing your hair, you losing your eyebrows. That's what I thought that's but when you on the outside, you when you on the outside looking in, you always looking at stuff the wrong way. You don't quite necessarily understand what is going on. Let me tell you another understanding that I got that I wasn't expecting to get. Like if say you go to Burger King or something like that and you order a sandwich, right? I've worked in the fast food business before. I've managed a fast food restaurant before, and I never saw um things this important as I do see them now, right? So I know you done went somewhere and you've ordered food and you don't get the food the way that you ordered it, right? So Um, amen, Christ lover. Thank you for that. And thank you, Dolly, for that floating heart. Um, I'm sending you something, Mr. Shauna, but I have something for Shalissa too. Okay, then she'll definitely get it. Just put her stuff in there different from what mine is, and I'll she'll definitely get it. But when you have cancer, and you go to a place like Burger King, or it doesn't have to be Burger King, it can be a taco place, any restaurant, any kind of restaurant. Every restaurant I can think of can have something on the menu that a cancer patient cannot have. I never saw things this way, right? So one of the things that they tell you um is if you eat like a hamburger or any kind of sandwich, do not get the lettuce, the tomatoes, the fresh stuff that they cut up uh, on there, like they spinach, the lettuce, um, that type of stuff. It's not good for you to get it. It's not good for you to go in the grocery store and buy a salad that's already pre-made. The best salad you can get is one where you buy your own things and you wash them with baking soda or vinegar, or the both of them together to clean your own things. So I ordered a sandwich one day and I asked for no lettuce on it. But when I ordered it, I looked at the receipt and she did not put no lettuce on the sandwich. And they were at a time where they was making the sandwich fresh. So when she bought the sandwich to the window and it had the lettuce on it, I told her I can't have the lettuce. They took the sandwich back in there, but you know what? What they gonna do is they gonna go in there and they gonna pull the lettuce off of it and then give you that same sandwich back. But now the sandwich has been tainted because that lettuce that you don't know how they clean it. And I can tell you from experience in a fast food restaurant, they not washing no lettuce with no baking soda or no vinegar or no nothing like that. It is straight water that this lettuce gonna be washed from. And you probably, if the person ain't wash their hands like they supposed to before cutting up this lettuce and doing what they supposed to do, then they got whatever germs that come along with it on there. So you just do not know. So um I never understood it in this way, even when I was working there, that how important that if a person orders a sandwich and they don't want something on there, you don't know why they're saying that they don't want it. It could be it doesn't necessarily have to be because they don't like it or whatever. Maybe it's because they can't have it. But anyways, I ordered that sandwich, they brought it back to the window and I'm just like, I need that sandwich to be made all the way back over again because I am, in which I shouldn't have to explain in this way. I'm a cancer patient and I can't have the lettuce. I can't have that lettuce touching my sandwich, so forth and so on. So, it's like if you have people or know people in those kinds of ways, sometimes you have to share with them those things so they know how important, that those things is. You look at them and you don't really think they, oh, hell, let me just take the lettuce off of here and just give it back to them. It ain't always, that simple. Um, and sometimes we don't want to have to do things over, but you have to. It just is what it is. Um, but yeah, this is Life with Tashana, and over here, life is like a box of chocolate. Um, and right now, the chocolate that we got out of the our box tonight is delivery and advocating for ourselves. Thank you very much, Betsy. You have a good night too. Um, but remember to advocate for yourself. If you don't advocate for yourself, then who else is going to do it? You have to love you more than you love anybody else. Um, and with that being said, we are also, even though we haven't been out there in a long time, we are also the high class gardeners over here. We love the garden over here. We haven't been able to get out there in the garden in a very, very long time. For a while, I've been trying to revive my garden, and it just hasn't gone smoothly the way that I want it to go. But with everything that I do, I always pray about it, and in God's timing, it will get there. So right now, I just feel like I'm on pause. Hey, Jesus' daughter. I feel like I'm just on pause right now. And when it's time for me to get back out there, I will be back out there. But right now, I'm living vicariously through all of the people who I go around and they do gardening and everything. I have to get in the garden out there with them. That's just what I do right now at this time. But there are times I'm so frustrated that I cannot get out in my garden, just like I thought. Right now I got broccoli and I still got sweet potatoes, pineapple I still got growing out there. Um, I got a lot of stuff growing out there, but it's so frustrating that I cannot be the one to go out there and take care of the things, water things like I want to. I just planted the broccoli out there. I have no idea what they look like or whatever, but I'm not able to get out there right now at this time. Very frustrating, but you know, I like get over it, and then sometimes I feel like I'm forgetting my garden. Um, and then at other times they come back like flushing, like you know. But anyways, in God's timing, I will be back in the garden. But we are the high class gardeners. Why do they call us the high class gardeners? Because we don't mess around with no bugs, no snakes, no worms, and no frogs. Now, how you gonna garden like that, Miss Shonda? You heard what I said. We over here, we grow food, and but we don't play around with those kind of things out in the garden. That causes for a day of shutdown out in the garden. But what we do make sure we do, um, is we grow on the inside along with the outside. So if you want to be a high class gardener, make sure you hit that like and the subscribe button, and you can be a high class gardener too. Until next time, see y'all later. Thank you for coming through.